Yes, you're watching another video about porn. Wow, so original, man. It's not like there is 1,010 videos online currently as I'm speaking that already talk about porn. But anyway, let me show you my story with pornography and how maybe you can relate, perhaps you can take some action and maybe change your life for once. So here is what I mean. You know, before 3 years ago, 3 years back, before this current stage, I was in a position of life where I was so distant from my own family to the point where I thought them as strangers. Whenever I would need help, I would not ask for it because I would be afraid, hey, what if they say something to me? Because I did not know their personalities, man. I was that distant from them. And you know what happened? What happened was I came to a position of life where I lost my one and only person that I actually cared about, my online girlfriend, in a split second. She's gone, everything's gone, my video games don't feel fun anymore, and all I'm thinking about right now is only one simple thing, and that is how can I end my life? Yes, it led me that far. And you know, the only reason why I thought about that was because the previous day I ended up jerking off 30 times in a single day. So think about that for a second. You know how much shame you feel after you jerk off once? Multiply that by 30. So that was my life back then. That was pretty much what I was doing every single day. Jerk off, play video games, repeat. And that's it. So, after about 4 years of doing this consistently, and by the way, I started jerking off way back at about 4 years of age, maybe even not, maybe even three, bro, who the fuck knows. After all that experience, do you know what benefit I got? The only benefit I got was social anxiety, and that's it. So here is what porn does to you in a scientific bro science terms. Think about this for a second. If you don't know what dopamine is the molecule that allows your brain to feel pleasure. Think of it as the happy hormone. And every single time you do something pleasureful, you get that happy hormone. However, here is the problem. You should get that in a moderate amounts. For example, let's say you go out, you speak to someone and you actually have a nice conversation with them. Wow, boom, now you have some dopamine. There you go. Now you want to speak to someone else. Now you want to speak to a group of people and all that. And before you know it, you're the most social person you know. Same with good food. You don't want to stimulate yourself with fries, with McDonald's and all that. Let's say you fasted for 3 days and then you decide to eat broccoli or something boring and plain, such as, I don't know, boiled meat. You will get some dopamine simply because you have something to eat. And dopamine is exactly that. It should be moderate. It should be something that you get from meaningful activities. If you think about our ancestors, they were getting dopamine every single time they found a berry, every single time they mated with each other, every single time they spoke to other tribe members and brought them in their tribe. Every single time they did something meaningful, they got it. However, there is one problem. Our brains remained the same. We are simply not used to this amount of pleasure that we are getting right now today. So let's examine today's life. I am lucky because I have been born in a village, however, you may be in a city. So, what's a city life? You go out, there is a fast food on every single corner. You go out, you can basically drug yourself with whatever you want. Cigars, meth, you can find some random, I don't know, dude from California who will sell you cocaine or something. You can do pretty much anything. And all that just bombards your brain. However, there is one thing which is standing out of the rest, and that is pornography. You know how easy it is. You think about sex, you wanna do something, with a girl. All you need to do is literally grab your phone or think in your brain of a naked woman, and that's it. Now you're jerking off and now you're flooding yourself with dopamine. Over time, you stop chasing your goals and you start chasing fantasies. You start to believe that you can do something that is purely impossible. You have no sense of direction. You have no clue what your life is even meant to be. And before you know it, you ask yourself the same questions that Nietzsche asked. What's the point of life? What should I really do? And you come to a position like myself where you basically start to go into that realm of potential suicide as I have come myself. Now, that's not the only thing. In terms of masculinity, it ruins you far more. Think about this. Every single time you jerk off, you have that post-nut clarity where that shame hits and now you don't know how to act. Now you think about this and you realize, hey man, I broke my word for the 47th time this month. I can't believe this. I'm good for nothing. Then you go outside, you try to speak to a woman. You can't. You can't even speak to a guy. Why? Because you simply cannot even hold eye contact with yourself in the mirror, let alone other people. And lastly, you start avoiding the real challenges of life. And you know what they are. Making money, making sure that you're a good person for your kids, for your family and everyone else, and making sure that you're a beautiful human being who contributes to others. All that becomes hard. Why? Because of this habit. So how did I quit myself? I quit by simply hitting the rock bottom. And before I did anything stupid, I decided, hey, let's watch this one video that accidentally popped on my feed on YouTube. I don't know if it was God or the universe or by complete accident, but it was a self-improvement video, and for some strange reason I took massive action upon it. And what happened next was truly insane. From a person that never did any one of these things, the next day I was meditating, journaling, gratitude journaling even, going to the gym, doing so many good activities within a day. I continued on like that for a month. I saw hope, continued with that for 8 months, then a year, then 2, now 3. And I'm right now here, recording this video, jacked as fuck, telling you what to do, because I have passed through that myself, and I know how I can help you. However, there is only one thing that separates you from the rest, and maybe you are the rest. So let's examine that real quick. You have 2 options. You know what to do. I already told you, meditate, journal, go to the gym. That's it, read books. However, will you take action or will you not? That's what truly separates the winners from the losers. And if you're like everyone else, here is my guess. I'm basically gonna prophesize your future. You're gonna click off this video, you're gonna go jerk off, and before you know it, you're back in the same position where obviously you don't wanna be. But you can also be the second type of person who decides, hey, enough is enough. Pause this video right now, do 10 push-ups, then meditate 30 seconds and keep up those good activities daily. The choice is yours, and I will see you in the next video, which is gonna be even better than this one, in which I'm gonna talk about what actually saved me and what are the myths that many people sell to you.